mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. What's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Malcom. This is the artist formerly known as the Black Dot. We're here with you guys in the building for another podcast. 550 episodes. What's good?
Clap that up.
550 episodes, man.
550 episodes.
We are here. Thank you guys for being here.
Yes, lots and lots of episodes. That's 1,000 hours of podcasting time. 1,000. I got my math wrong earlier because I was calculating minutes, and it was like 60,000 minutes. I said, yo, we just did 60,000 hours, dog. Yo, man, we like professionals. And then I was like, hee-haw. And by the time I, chopped it up, held the one, crossed over.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 hours of podcasting to the family. That's a long, long time.
Facts. And listen, 9 years on YouTube. We got the notification of the day. 9 years.
Yep. On Monday this week, made 9 years on YouTube. What a journey, bro. What a journey.
9 years. What was I doing? I had just got like my first adult job. I was still living at home. My mother, I had a 1999 Toyota Camry. That was my baby. That was old Maggie right there. That was my baby.
Old Maggie.
And man, I had black hair.
That was true. You had black hair.
I had black hair. I had no grays in the beard. Even I had no kids. Lord, where did time go?
Where does the time go? So next year, show 600 and year 10 seems to be in alignment.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so next year is a huge year.
Okay.
Right? 10 years on YouTube, 600 episodes. Gotta do something big.
Okay. Yeah, that's monumental. That is monumental. Okay.
Let's get a roll call going now.
I saw Elmira, New York in the building. What's good?
What's
Who
good?
else we got? ATL, Gainesville in the building. What's good?
What's good, ATL?
Queens in the building. What's happening?
Queens, what's good?
Dominican Republic. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I like it. So respect, and respect.
Naptown.
All right.
Naptown. Thank you guys. DC in the house. What's good? All right. Let's get to some stuff.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
All right. We're going to get it out the way early.
Let's get it out of the way.
Let's get it out of the way early. Because this has been a saga that I'm so happy to finally close the chapter on. We've been talking about this Kendrick Drake thing for the past 2 years. And I told you this earlier this week, Pops. That was like, as it was happening, it was exciting to hear the songs back and forth. The fallout from that was some of like my saddest time podcasting. We talked about 550 episodes.
That was
some of like that. Yeah, that was some of like just like the most depressing time. And we podcasted through COVID, right?
We did.
And
yeah.
I still like had more like enthusiasm. But the reason why I say that for the Kendrick and Drake stuff is because it got so divisive, more than the jab conversation. And go back, look at the comments.
Yeah.
Right? It was more divisive than anything else we probably touched, more than Trump and Hillary, more than Trump and Kamala. That felt like I didn't get it. I really didn't get it. I had an opinion. I have the same opinion. I've had opinions that mirrored some of you guys's, but because it wasn't exact, I was called all types of stuff. I was told, and this is like, you know, I remember coming on the show and saying like, I can't have my own opinion. I'm seeing some fatherless behavior. Somebody got offended. Somebody got really offended by that, which I apologize for. Not trying to offend anybody, but then they had to throw left field and said, "What if your father died?" My father is right on this show. It's not like you're saying it to, you know, an arbitrary, like, what if your dad died? You see him on the show and then you say that again for an opinion that I had on a rap battle. It was so odd to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I am just glad that this chapter is closed. So what are we talking about? Obviously, last Friday, Drake dropped 3 albums. Okay, we were anticipating Iceman. He did the live stream as we were on the show, as a matter of fact. He dropped Iceman, he dropped Maid of Honor, and he dropped Habibti, right? And that was a shock. There was a couple of speculations because if you watched all 3 or the 3 live streams prior to that, they were color coded, and somebody said, "Yo, what if he drops 3 albums?" Right? Then I said, "Nah." Like in my head, I was like, "Nah, you know, reaching, you know, internet sleuths," but they caught it, and it was true. And Iceman is the rap album. I think Maid of Honor is the R&B, and Habibti is the house music, or that might be the other way around.
It's the other way around. Habibti is the
R&B, and Maid of Honor. Got it. So I listened to 2 of the 3. Everybody, like people, like an hour after everything dropped, people had opinions on all 3. Says 3 albums are mid, these suck. You know what I mean? And then I was like, there's no way y'all listen to 3 whole albums. It's like 40-something songs. There's no way y'all listen to that to really have an opinion. But I listened to Iceman first. I listened to it front back a few times, and I really enjoyed that album. I think it's his best work in the last like 6 years, maybe. Like I liked it better than Certified Lover Boy. I liked it better than Honestly Nevermind. I liked it better than probably Scorpion. I think that was his best album in a long time. And then R&B, I think the R&B album I listened to, I really enjoyed a few joints on that as well. But Iceman is fire to me. And I thought it was cool because every time he drops an album specifically, it's not enough rapping, it's not enough R&B, or they wanted the club, you know, world music hits, and he said, here's enough music for everybody, take your pick, and dope. And then I immediately said 3 albums, this must be has to do with his contract, because I believe UMG didn't count the album that he did with Party Next Door because it was a collab album, and I don't think they counted the album that he did with 21 Savage, because again, it's a collab album. It's not a solo project. So I think he owed them 3 more albums or 2 more albums after Iceman. So he just said, here, take all 3. So, which I thought was dope as well. If you listen to, especially Iceman, if you listen to the content of the music, it tells a story of he's angry about the fallout of what happened in the battle. He's angry at his industry friends or who he thought was his industry friends. He's angry at his label, and he's trying to write the next chapter in that story. And that's what I got from the entire thing. Like I said, I listened to it a few times. Some real slick bars on there. Yeah, I enjoyed it. What'd you think?
Are you done?
Oh, I'm probably gonna come back to some more stuff, but yeah.
This is what I thought. I thought, first of all, Drake has some amazing writers on his team. Let me start there. All right. Mm-hmm. The writers on this album, Iceman in particular, was superb. All prejudices aside, just placing the album in and listening. We have collectively just killed the final phase of rap industry music. Not hip hop, because hip hop is the culture, right? But with streaming and social media, I've never seen such a divisive period, right? That I think it cost us, because we were already struggling. They had already ran through trap music, this music, that, and they already starting to deal with Afro beats and all this other stuff. And the proof is in the pudding. No rap albums for the first time since they hit Billboard last year charted in the top 100. That had never happened before. Now, with that being said, we know music for us is our mojo. Our art and music is our culture, right? It's how we create our magic. It's how we create a world that may not physically exist, but exists on a spiritual realm to give us solace, to heal us, to inspire us, to motivate us, right? And so I can, and memory, I can play a song from the stylistics, and I can see myself sitting on my mother's floor, you know, just playing cards while the music is playing and she kicks. It moves you back and forth. I'm laying this out because what we're seeing now is something very atrocious. The only thing we never controlled was the economics of hip hop. There were always, of music, period. There were always gatekeepers. So they'll let us do our magic, but when we wanted to take the magic to a place to economically empower us, that's when all the trouble started. See Michael Jackson, see Prince, see Whitney Houston, see Sam Cooke, see Ray Charles, see artists here, right? And so when I sat down to listen to this album, I'll say this. If that was the only album he dropped, I would have been disappointed. You know why? Because I would have wanted a few R&B joints, you know, a few. But he was very clever this time in saying, for those who just want bars, this album is for you. The ladies, my daughter's in love with Habibti. You know what I mean? She can't get that off rotation. I didn't listen to the world music, but he's smart. He is not a rapper per se. He is an international world artist. We know he was AI created and all of that kind of stuff. But he got and I told y'all years ago, world music was going to be the new music. They're getting rid of this hip hop because there's too much drama. It's too much death. It's too much low vibration in it in terms of what they market, not the culture itself. But his bread and butter has always been to the ladies. I call him Dr. Ake. You know what I mean? And but when I hear the AM timestamps and joints when he got bars, I'm like, yo, I want them bars. So he satisfied all markets. But we've gotten to a point where we don't listen to music to enjoy it anymore. We listen, and every K-Dot fan and every Drake fan are looking for the hot takes. No matter how dope K-Dot is, Drake fans are gonna say that's trash. No matter how dope Drake joints are, and so we put ourselves in a position where we cannot appreciate music anymore. I refuse to do that, Malcolm. I'm going to listen, just like I listen to Kanye. He may be crazy in his own. I'm listening to the music. And what Drake did was masterful in terms of, laying out what his problems was. And it was a story to it. You know how he laid out the songs.
All of the make them it's for make them tracks. It's make them remember, make them pay, make them know,
cry, and something else.
Yeah.
So it's a theme to that. So long story short, the album for me, Ice, was crazy. A nice flow. No bars was wasted on that. The R&B joint had a smooth piece to it. But to bring this full circle, I'm just glad we can end. However people feel about it, I want to park it here.
And what the thing I appreciated about it, again, it closes the chapter, whether you like it or not. Like it closes the chapter because since 2024, when the Not Like Us happened, he went on tour for a year. He did the Super Bowl. He did all of these things, all of it. And then he was able to drop 3 albums that are about to go 1, 2, and 3 on Billboard.
For the first time ever.
For the first time ever. There was no career ended, right?
Nobody died.
Nobody died. Kendrick's career is flourishing. He won 5 Grammys. He just did the Super Bowl. And Drake just did what he did. Nobody's career ended. So retroactively, we can look back at the battle and go, okay, cool, great battle, right? And it doesn't like do anything for either one of them. It just it entertained us, but that was it.
It killed the industry. I don't care what nobody said.
It absolutely did.
It killed the industry. It killed rap. It was the final nail in the coffin for rap.
It did. So as far as those two, it did nothing for them.
Right.
The industry at large, it absolutely destroyed the industry. It created a schism down the middle. It destroyed hip hop commentary. You couldn't have an opinion anymore. Right. You legit could not have an opinion anymore, right? Because I remember saying verbatim, you can go back, 550 episodes, you can go back, they're here. I said, Kendrick won. I just like that song. I just like Drake's diss better. That's what I said. Yeah. I even, when GNX came out, I said, I liked it. I thought it was a great album. Again, we're clearly on OVO's payroll because I just saw that in the comments a few minutes ago. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, but as far as the rap industry at large, it showed how many rappers legitimately can't sell records, legitimately can't sell tickets, and legitimately don't have a true fan base without some drama attached to it. Because Drake was gone for 2 years, and we saw what happened, right? Yeah. We saw what happened to Billboard. We saw what happened to people not being able. Like, Rick Ross is milking his little issue with Drake right now for all of its worth. He went on the Patrick Bet-David podcast. That's a business podcast. And he's talking about Drake, and it's just like what are we doing? And Ross is one of my favorite rappers ever. Yes. Right? He's just one of my favorite rappers, but he's going out sad. It's just like what are we doing here? Right? And what is also with this move showed, it is also showing that these record labels are empty houses, if you will. Right? There's nothing really inside them once the main person kind of holding it up decides to leave, if he wants to leave. Because I have a theory that he's going to re-sign for like a couple $1 billion. Yeah. But I think he made the point because I'm not placing my hopes and dreams of him destroying the rap or the music industry on him, because these people, I don't know these people.
Well, let me say this too. If you remember, and I got the receipts. On May 2nd of 2024, when the battle was going on, I did 4 or 5 pieces, you know, I was breaking down the battle. And I clearly said, Kendrick will win the battle, because that's the easy part. He's a way better artist. I said, Drake will win the war. This was before They Not Like Us even dropped, right? And people got in there feeling, what you mean? Because what I'm trying to get our people to do is look past the emotional nugget and moment you're being given, right? We saw the same thing with Kaepernick, and the list goes on and on. These people who understand propaganda, they know we are an emotional charged people, and they know we're gonna eat on the emotion of the moment. I recently put up music wins the battle, money wins the war, and people lost and I put Kendrick under music, and I put Drake under the money piece to show you there's still levels to this. You know what I mean? And when it came to the music, that's the cultural part. We'll always own that. And Kendrick championed that aspect. But I could see already what Drake means to the industry itself, not what he means to the hood. This is bigger than hood. This is moving millions and billions of dollars in streams, right? And so that's why I knew that in the end, Drake is still gonna put up way bigger numbers, and they're hoping that he resigns. Now, what you don't or may not know is this guy, his last name is Jackson. He used to work for Apple Music, Tony Jackson or something. He started a new label. Sexy Red is on it. He's showing Tim Jackson, or whatever his name is. Kanye just did a deal with him on that same label for a distribution deal. They saying him and Drake are secretly behind that label. You know what I mean? That's why Drake is promoting Sexy Red and certain one of those artists. For all of those artists who turned on Drake, where are their careers now? I'm not talking best MC, best rapper. Let's park that here. Let's give Kendrick that. That was a layup. I'm talking the business aspect of it. And a lot of our people get emotionally charged, and they can't look past he stole the culture, which I find ironic, because if he is a culture vulture, then that means Eminem is a culture vulture. And guess who signed Eminem? Dr. Dre. The same people who just signed fucking Kendrick. So it confuses me. You know what I mean? But
it will,
at the end
if
of the
you
day,
think about it too hard.
Say it again?
I say it will confuse you if you think about it too hard, but you know.
Yeah. I don't want people. I see our people too, and this is why I'm a park it. We become lazy. We don't do enough critical thinking amongst ourselves. We want the thinking done for us, and then anything that becomes draining me, because this is becoming draining now, I park it. And so I'm glad it's over. Whatever happens from this point on, just let it be. One man won the battle. When Drake gets out of that contract and goes sign that $2 billion deal to keep the industry afloat, because even Steve Stout, 5 years ago, he said it. He said if Drake went independent, the music industry would collapse. Right?
Yeah.
What Drake did by suing, watch this. What Drake did by suing Lucian Grange, because he didn't sue Kendrick, he sued Lucian Grange over a hustle that they had going, put light, excuse me, it put light on the whole streaming gig, because that was a 3-card Molly anyway. When this shit went to streaming, you don't know if you coming or going. If me and you run a hustle, Malcolm, and then we sideways, and now I'm running the same hustle on you. You could see it from stage A to. That's why he was able to. Dude, people are stupid. Not stupid. Let me not say that. Yeah. That's how he was able to bring charges against Universal, because you was doing the same thing for me. You don't think I recognize the hustle?
Right.
But in doing so, it sheds so much light on streaming that streaming is dead now. Streaming is dead. And once it's officially dead, how else are artists gonna survive?
So what I think is gonna happen, and this is off, Drake and Kendrick at this point, but the streaming services are now gonna be the new labels. Because what was happening, think about beyond rappers, think about to actors and things, just entertainers in general. Mm-hmm. They were barely making money from the movies that they were in. They were making money from the brands that they were attached to, because the brands have that unlimited bag per se, right? Pepsi, they just have that unlimited bag. Apple as a streaming service has an unlimited bag. So if I just sign to Apple, right, you have a better opportunity of making money rather than signing a 360 deal to a label who has to go through Apple. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So
still,
that's
when
what
all the smoke clear, they got to go through Apple.
And that's why we chronicled all of these artists selling their catalogs to these investment firms, because we will always we grew up hearing stories. Michael Jackson, Prince, all these people. You never give up the catalog. Why would you ever do that? And they were just selling them off. And it was blowing my mind. Like, yo, why would they do that? It's because they saw that this is not making money. If you want your money, and they probably told them, listen, if you want your money, the only way you're going to get it is if you sell it. You got to get it all right now, or you'll never get it.
Larry Jackson is his name.
Got it.
I believe his name is Larry Jackson. He used to have a major role at Apple. He left Apple, started his own independent record label. He's got a ton of artists on that label. And Kanye signed a distribution deal for his latest album. That's the only way he got the album out. Larry probably said, I need you to apologize. Make it sound good. He did that. He released the album. But there's a constant fight for independence. Kanye's album is connected to Drake's album, is connected to Kendrick's album, in my humble opinion. Meaning these guys are fighting the system. You understand? And all the corporations pulled out from Kanye, and he still was able to debut at number 2 after they changed the rules so that he couldn't debut at number 1.
At number 1, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Come behind him. Now, Drake releases 3 albums at once, unheard of, unprecedented, to fulfill his contract to become a free agent, right? Yeah. So all of this stuff is sort of connected, and it's a deep situation. But I want to now park it.
Guys, it's in the Raptors. It's over.
Park it.
It's over.
If you listen to music, just for your own edification, from this point on, get back to just listening to music. No politics involved, no agendas involved. Just get back to enjoying music. I don't give a damn who wrote it. If it's a banger, it's a banger. I don't care what part of the hood you from. I never did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want good music.
That's it. That is it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
All right. We were talking about billions, man. Let's keep it going. Byron Allen. Listen, he was on the Breakfast Club recently. He was talking about they were talking about some of the business moves he's made as of recent. Bought BuzzFeed, Huffington Post, and I forget the other thing. And then he got 11% of stars. And apparently, the way, like, as he was talking about that deal, crazy, by the way.
Yes.
Crazy. As he's talking about that deal, he's like, he said like the guy who owned 11% used to be my banker, so I called him directly to see if he wanted to sell, because if I tried to get it a different way, that the stock would have went up and it'd been more expensive. So the guy wanted to sell it for $25 million. He said, let's close on it tomorrow. Got that done quick, and then he told the people at Stars, because I guess he is now the majority owner of Stars, or he has the most shares rather, right? That he's gonna come back here, because he said I let them know up front that I want to buy the entire thing, and once he said right now they're doing something to kind of slow that up, but they're not gonna stop me. So when I do get it, I'm gonna fire the entire board for holding me up.
Yes.
Keep the workers. He was talking cash shit.
He talking
I was
gangster shit too.
I was just like, ooh. He said, like, I'm gonna come back for that other 89%. Y'all just keep that warm. I'm back. And I've had my opinions on Byron Allen, because it felt like he would come out when he needed the support of black people, like a lot of our favorites do.
Yes.
Right? A lot of your favorites. They do the same thing.
Yep.
Right? But when he gets to a certain level, sometimes you just gotta just tip your hat, like, God.
Yo,
damn.
I started changing my view on him. I told wifey, I'm sorry for all the things I said about him. You know what I mean? I said if I meet him, I'll be like, look, man, I'm sorry I said the things about your white wife. As a matter of fact, I'd like to meet her. She seems to be a nice person. You know?
Yeah.
Can we go out to lunch?
Yeah.
And, you know, I just can't take my eye off your beautiful white wife. Man, she's yeah. But about this Urban X deal we were talking about, you know, so he understands media. He understands visuals. He understands image. He understands if we want to change the perception of who we are, that we have to do it by being in the game. You know what I mean? The ownership game, right? And so by owning BuzzFeed and Stars and the Weather Channel, and he's also taking whose spot he taking on Stephen Colbert's spot on nighttime news, and filling it with a comedy show that he said will not be political, none of that, just good, down-to-earth comedy. He understands these games. He understands.
Is he hosting that show?
I don't know if he's gonna host it. Yeah, he's gonna host it.
Oh wow, okay.
Yep, with Byron Allen, and so he's gonna host it. It's important, and so while we sit around on the sideline and complain, he's actually in the game, forging his way through in powerful positions to make things happen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was impressed. I was impressed. I was like, okay.
I'm impressed, bro.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I was like, all right. And the reason wwhy it's just because like the moves are made, if that makes sense. Like when people, and this is, you know, people I went to college with, it's people when you announce stuff that you're trying to do it, again, that tricks your brain into thinking that it happened already, and it didn't. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of tricks you into kind of like letting your foot off the gas pedal. That's with any goals that you may have in the world, right?
Absolutely.
You telling people you're about to write a book, and it feels like you wrote it already because people start congratulating you, but you didn't do it yet. So that ain't
even it. People start hating.
That too.
On the very possibility, because you are supposed to, the way the universe magic work, you are supposed to match the vibration of what it is you want. So in your mind, you're supposed to say, man, that book is written and it's doing so well, so that the universe can acquiesce around that vibration. But when you start speaking out loud to people of this is what you want to do, all they do is publicly tell you that sounds great, but privately, their energy is at work to make sure it never happens. So that's why you pop up when the deal is done. Side note, Little Goddess, you are correct. He's doing what Bill Cosby could not do. And I think, this is just my humble opinion, Bill Cosby was in the trenches too deep with a lot of Hollywood stuff, secrets and a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm not sure if Byron Allen even cares about any of that, even though he was at the Kevin Hart roast. You know what I mean? He was at the Kevin Hart roast. Okay. Yeah. Side note, somebody also said I inspired them to write a book, and it's on Amazon. Please put the title of the book up in the comment section, because I'd like to know what that is. So kudos to Byron Allen and his white wife.
Yeah.
who I am now fond of. Somebody get her name for me. You know, I'd like to follow her on the gram. No, but on a real tip, that's how you do it, man. The final frontier for us is to control our image and everything. I just got finished telling you guys, no matter what kind of music we put out, the ambition system, the ambition system on DG Films NYC at Amazon, the ambition system. Thank you. I will definitely order a copy. I'll order a couple of copies, and you know how we do up here. We give little giveaways and stuff.
Absolutely.
So we'll definitely do that. And so they'll let us party all we want, but when it comes time to that ownership, you know, they still want to control that. But somehow Byron slipped through the cracks to a position where his money is working for him now, and he could see the bigger picture. And so, you know,
and as he was talking, it's always like, I remember, one of my boys, he does like real big business. My man Kenny, he had the laundromat we did a commercial for up here.
Yes.
And I remember in my head, you know, with our blog and stuff like that, our blog, our merch and stuff, in my head, we're doing big business. Then you hear somebody talking at a different level of stuff, and you're just like, oh, okay, there's a lot, there's way more to this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He's talking about buying shares before, because he knows it's about to go up like a few cents, but how much that's going to change everything. And I need to do this now rather than do it over here, because I can get it at a better price. And I'm just like, okay. Right? Like,
and that's the stuff he's saying publicly. You know, he's holding close to his vest, real strategic moves.
Yeah. And that's the stuff your fly by night guru, they're not going to talk about either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's how you're not going to learn it there either. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you have to like really be in it to kind of understand what's happening. I don't think, you know, you'll probably read a book that'll teach you something, but that's the stuff you got to be in it. You know what I mean?
Who would we partner with? Byron Allen or Tyler Perry? I'm going to say Byron Allen.
You know how I feel about Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I mean, because I can see Byron Allen is really concerned about how we look. Him and Tyler Perry might be friends. Tyler Perry's making his money, and he has his own dark issues he got to deal with, and the way he portrays us collectively. That's all. You know?
You know what I'll also say too, and this is off of him right now specifically, it seems like every business right now, every industry right now is in a spot where they don't know they can't really see the next 3 to 5 years. It feels like a lot of industries are kind of scrambling, like even streaming, for example, because UMG just announced that they're going to let people use AI to cover songs that artists that are signed to UMG have allowed to be covered by AI. And that sounds completely against what creatives are. You're letting AI cover your songs. You know what I'm saying? So like that's it feels like they're throwing stuff at the wall because they need to figure out a way to actually generate revenue.
Because the industry is collapsing. Yeah, listen, let's segue right. First of all, let's give Breakfast Club. Netflix has got a new deal with the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is going to be the first live
Daily live show.
daily live show on Netflix. So, because Netflix is pre-recorded show, they're going to be the first show that's live and daily, and that's going to move the podcast / radio shit into another stratosphere. You know what I mean? And so, big up the Breakfast Club, who we thought when they signed with Netflix, it looked like it was a move backward. But now it's like they took one step back, Malcolm, pay attention, to take 2 steps forward.
I taught you that. You were saying it wrong for years. Yeah, you got it. You got it right.
I was saying 2 steps forward to take 1 step back.
But I'm just like, wait, that.
Right? So now you will tune in to Netflix daily to see the show in real time. Very interesting stuff. Right?
The next thing they got to do, they gotta allow commenting somehow.
Okay. I'm pretty sure.
Telling you, because
there's somebody,
people like to engage with what they're watching.
I'm pretty sure somewhere, somehow, they're trying to figure that out. With that being said, Kountry Wayne. All right?
Yeah.
Let's talk Kountry Wayne. He's got a vertical series or a couple of series with 1.5 billion views per month.
That's crazy.
That's bananas. Not million, billion. He's doing so well with his vertical data and content that Hollywood is coming knocking at the door, and he's like, yo, if it ain't 500 million, don't even talk to me.
Yeah. He's right. But this goes to show you how vast the internet is, because I've never, ever seen one of his videos pop up on my timeline.
I used to see, now I know him because of, the streaming.
Skits and stuff.
But I've never seen this series.
Me neither.
This vertical story or network he has, I haven't seen any of it. That's how vast the internet is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like he got his core, and he knows, because Issa Rae is trying to do the same thing on TikTok right now.
Yes.
She has like a show, and it's vertical, and it's being told through like the vertical thing. I'm curious to see how that goes, because again, even television and Hollywood are doing the same thing. They're scrambling too. They're trying to figure out how, how the next 3 to 5 years are going to go. And real quick, we didn't shout her out, but shout out to Sheena Arnold and The Neighborhood. They just wrapped up 8 years of that show. And as we're talking about TV, Hollywood, music, not figuring out, to have a show on for 8 years nowadays is nuts.
Absolutely. Is monumental.
And
she got the directing bug in there at the end. Direct a couple of episodes. Shout out her cousin who hung out with us, and we didn't get to shout her out when we were shouting out to Sheena. I forget what her name is, but she came and hung out with us and had a good time. So 8 years. Risha. Shout out Risha. 8 years is like a lifetime. You know what I mean? And so kudos to that, and kudos to whatever she has coming next. So we got to start thinking about some vertical stuff, Malcolm.
So vertical is, when you hold how you watch TikToks. No, somebody in the comments just asked. Somebody in the comments just asked.
Okay, yeah. So that's what it means. That short, on-the-go stuff that fits on your phone perfectly, and they're usually short stories. I'm watching this one girl. She's going through 50 dates, and she keeps sitting down with a new dude. And as they sit down to have a conversation, a whole bunch of alarms go off, and she go, "Oh no, he ain't the one." And so I think it's
cool.
real cool how her thing is going. I don't know what her viewership is, but she has 50, dates. Today, Malcolm, is the notorious B.I.G.'s birthday.
Nice.
Baby. I think he would have been,
Nice.
well, next year makes 30 years since he passed.
Wow.
So I think he was 25, March 9th. He was about to be 25. So I think he's 49, maybe 50.
Wow.
He would have been.
Jeez.
Oh, no, 30 years. He'd be about 54. About 54 or 55 years old. And I wonder what his position would be here. Would he have went down with Diddy? Would he have broken off from Diddy by now and become a conglomerate on his own?
Yeah.
Would he have his own empire? Would the commission had joined forces and been locking this thing down? Who knows, man?
Right. Yeah. Those are always good questions. Like when people pass at a time and you realize like how many like decades have gone since they've been here, like it's hard to imagine them in the current one. Like him specifically, even Tupac specifically, like what does that look like in 2026?
But when you want to know about the unknown, you study the unknown. You look at their contemporaries. Who was around when they was around? Snoop is still around. Dre is still around. Old boy, who name I can't mention, he's still around. Diddy is kind of around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you kind of figure they were such prominent figures.
Yeah.
And Big's pen game was crazy. And so, Yo,
all right. I'm about to watch this, guys. Pay attention.
Uh-oh.
So we're talking about older rappers, right? We're talking about who had, and I'm quoting Kountry Wayne, too much dip on his chip. Max B said something about Big Daddy Kane. Was it Big Daddy Kane?
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
You see how I put that all together?
I like the way he did that. Yeah.
All right. So he was he on the Gillian Wallow show?
Gillian Wallow show.
On Gillian Wallow show. And he said something, and Wallow said something about Big Daddy Kane still being out here. He's like, I've been in 18 years. Like, where he been? Which is, he's not wrong, right?
No,
but
he is wrong.
Not from you. Not from you.
No.
Anybody on the roster but you. You know what I mean? Like LeBron said.
Well, here's the thing. He said some very disparaging things, and then he doubled down on it. You know what I mean?
I didn't hear the rest. What else did he say?
He basically said, where Kane at? I ain't seen Kane. I'm bigger than Kane. He basically said, after Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
Up. Hit one. Are we out?
Hit one. No sound. I don't know why. I got sound. No sound.
Oh, no, I don't got sound.
They said we ain't here the last 2 minutes.
Mike.
Everything is moving on our part.
Sound is out.
Somebody said I can hear them.
Yeah, refresh it. I can hear them.
I can hear them. Yes, refresh it. Refresh for sound. Get out and come back in. Close out and come back. Okay, if you can hear us, please put a 1. Put a 1 in the chat.
Okay,
all right, I hear it now. All right, we good.
All right, put a 1 in the chat.
Y'all good. Okay.
And then refresh. So I don't know where we dropped off at, but we'll say this. Max B made some really foul statements. He basically said, after Biggie, Old Boy, and Nas, it's him.
All right.
He said that. He said, Kane, this is where you messed up.
There's a problem with the Wi-Fi. For more info, take a look.
Oh, Jesus, Siri.
Yeah,
Just
Siri.
shouted you out.
He said, after them three, it's him.
Mm-hmm.
He said Kane messed up when he got to that third album and did the Prince of Darkness and blah, blah, blah. And so this dude has lost his mind. All right?
Too much dip on the ship.
Too much dip on his chip. He's not even top 100 in the Bronx or Harlem. I probably can name 100 MCs from Harlem if I want to be technical.
Yeah.
He ain't better than Mace, Cam, Big L. Dude, I don't even know why I'm entertaining this. But people came to Kane's defense, right? Mm-hmm. And even Fat Joe said, bro, Max, I rock with you, King. I really, really do. But you way out of pocket, only because it's a veteran, it's an elder, somebody who's paved the way for you to even have a platform to do what it is you do. Kane still performs all around the country. Are he performing in big arenas? No. But he's working. All of them dudes from the 80s is getting more work now, Malcolm, than they was in the 80s. I know that's hard for people to understand.
I think Kane in his age now could lyrically destroy Max. Max is not a rapper.
He put down some bars this week.
See?
It's over. He gave him about 32 bars.
Okay.
And then he just walked away. It's not even close.
Yeah, okay.
With your man, who's one of his famous lyrics, is get the Vaseline and hit him in the butt. I heard him say that.
Yeah.
I was like, what? What?
Yeah.
In the car, we chilling in the car, get the Vaseline and hit him in the butt. What?
Somebody said, yeah, elders be too sensitive. Yes and no. Yes and no. Like there's certain things that
it's not what you say, is how you say it. Don't double down on it. You know, if you be like, yo, in this time right now, I feel it's my moment. I'm doing my thing. Don't say, dude, you know how much dope you gotta be on to say you better than Biggie, Oh Boy, and Nas. Then it's you.
Yeah.
No DMX, no Rakim, no KRS, no Busta Rhymes. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Jeez. Come on, bro. Come on.
No, I agree.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I'm ahead of him.
I think so too.
Straight up. My album came out in 88. I dropped one in 94. I dropped one in 2011. I'll take the challenge.
Somebody said Max.
You do that, and all that old bullshit. Get that shit out of here.
Somebody said Max is overrated. I've said that. Yes. I said that when he first got out. I said that when he first got out.
Come on.
And that was my high school years. That was my formative years. And I said, I'm okay.
I'll give him 32 right now. You know what I'm talking about? Malcolm, I don't seem to be getting your support on the fact that I can give him 32.
I said you could take him.
Okay. Because I told Odyssey and Eli a couple of years ago, I said, yo, I think I'm going to go at Drake. They said, Dad, please stop.
Oh,
As my kids, you would think they would go, okay, Dad. I mean, like, what's going to be your approach? They said, Dad, we with Drake. And I was offended, you know.
Yeah.
At least gas me up. Like, yeah, Dad, fuck that. Go get him.
The kids is
time
honest,
for
man.
a commercial.
I think it is.
So, Malcolm, I have a dad joke.
Oh, okay.
A friend
what
of
you
mine.
gonna do what you gonna do when we have 2 shows a week? You gonna have enough? You gonna have enough dad jokes?
Of course. A friend of mine passed away recently, Malcolm. And, you know, he needed a blood transfusion. And we just could not find out his blood type, but he kept saying, be positive, Black Dot. Be positive, Black Dot. Be positive. And I said, yo, it's hard right now for me to be positive with the shit you going through, God. You know what I mean? And then he died, man. You know what I mean? And so we never found out his blood type, you know, in time.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Okay.
I like it.
Time.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Chanel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, your favorite angel oracle. When was the last time you had a spiritual tune-up or felt truly aligned? All my angel services, whether it's an oracle card reading, chakra balancing session, or even mental healing sessions, are a channel to help provide you assistance on your journey. Whether you're looking for clarity, balance, or just direction, your journey is always evolving with every intentional decision. Connect with me today. Visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com, to see all services and availability, or call or text me at 786-828-8722. I'm so grateful to continue to be a vessel assisting you on your journey. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. We had a little technical snafu, but we're back. Hit
We're
one
back.
in the chat.
You
Make
know
sure
what I
your
mean?
hair is loud and clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we back up in the mix, baby.
Hit one in the chat. All right.
Yep.
So let's get to some more stuff, man. Hit the button.
Hold on. Let me shout somebody out real quick, Malk.
Okay.
I'm going to be on the Realist Lounge podcast on Monday, 5 Eastern. The Realist Lounge podcast. We're going to be discussing the New World versus the Old World, Titaria, truth theory, internet distrust, orphan trains, social engineering, AI technology, aliens. Malcolm, that's your cue. Aliens.
Yeah. That's where I was going. That's where I was going. So on Fox News the other day, they were talking about some files that were released. Hold on, and I never in a million years, thought I would hear these words on Fox News. Okay, they talked about the Greys. They talked about the Nordics, the insectoids, and reptilians on Fox News. They said, like, yeah, apparently there are 4 different types of alien species that Americans or that we've come in contact with, and they named those 4. Bugged me out. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but there's some other like whistleblowers that are saying like y'all know way more than that, and y'all are trying to slow drip this information. Y'all are trying to mix it in with a lot of like falsehoods, and y'all actually have like the actual smoking gun. There was actually one, I forget his name. He actually died like today. Who was
One
a
of the
whistleblower?
aliens?
No, one of the like the
Whistleblowers.
alien whistleblowers. Yeah.
Wow.
Forget his name. Yeah. So I'll get it.
Malcolm,
Yep.
this is such an interlaid conversation, right? All jokes aside. The level of propaganda that this government is capable of is way beyond our scope of understanding. So, the reptilians, the grays, all of that shit is a government operation in some capacity. But it's let me say this correctly. In order to shift us into the final stage of whatever it is they're doing, the inception has to be so intricate and it has to be so interwoven into your reality that you will not question it as propaganda. There's no question in your mind aliens are real. But so any small thing they're trying to do, they could put the inception in. Okay, perfect example. In 1993, a car ran into the World Trade Center with a bomb in it. Can't say that. I mean, something hit the World Trade Center in 93. Okay? Blow up like the World Trade. That's where Biggie got the lyric from. And people thought he was predicting the future. No. When that happened, all you kept hearing on the radio was, or on media, because there was no social media. That's not the way you take out a building. If you were going to take out a building as big as this, you'd have to hit it from the top. It had to be so they were already planting the inception of what was to come, which wound up happening 10, 15 years later, whatever the case may be. Something as intricate as an alien invasion, alien abduction, crop circles, all of these things have to be in place for 3 generations, damn near. 1947 Roswell, right?
Yeah.
It has to be, and them capturing, who knows what they captured? We know the technology was advanced, doesn't mean the beings were advanced, or it doesn't mean they were grays. A motherfucker might have been looking just like us. And they say, yo, where y'all get this shit from? Where y'all from? You know what I mean? So for the last 75 years, your government has been abducting people on their own, abducting cows and shit and all of that, creating all of this shit for this great movement that's about to take place. Now, either that or they really got grays and reptiloids. And have you ever seen
you know what's
one?
crazy?
No.
Who, me?
I ain't never seen one.
Yeah, that's it.
Who am I not to
they were
see
also
one?
what they were also talking about, which again bugged me out, were programs that or agreements between them and us that we will provide them humans for their
Consumption.
reproductive consumption and reproductive testing as well. And I was just like, wait, this sounds like Alex Jones. This sounds like somebody from the conscious community. This sounds like somebody went on Fox News and just said it. And I was just like, I was blown away. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, yo.
Yeah, I mean, but that would be a easier way for them to explain away all the humans that are missing, as opposed to it being they asses who are consuming the humans, and not us.
Okay.
Nigga, some niggas underground. We made an agreement. Now that's not to suggest. Look how vast the universe is, right?
Right.
But your perception, not you, of getting someplace from here to there is a straight line. That's not how the universe works. I keep telling you guys, that would take you forever to get from here to Mars or Jupiter. That's not, or way across the other side of the galaxy. Did
you see this? There was another. My bad. I just have a bunch of stuff saved. Apparently, they said that if they said that there's possibly a civilization 2,000 light years away, And if they were watching us, if they were watching Earth right now, they would see the Roman Empire.
Yes. Yeah.
Think about that. Like, so it's all happening at the same time everywhere, all at once.
And so what that means is you have to know the coordinates because everything is everywhere. There is no space out there. Let me just say that, goddammit. Ain't shit out there. Ain't a goddamn thing out. It's inside of you. You are as above, so below, as within, so without. It all exists within you. And when you want to go somewhere, if you know how to get there, you get there. You may have to take on a different form or vibration to experience that, but there is no strap in, 5, 4, 3. Dude, that shit is TV. There is nothing out there. All of that shit is a reflection of what's going on. You live in like a goddamn hologram, right? And so, and yes, Delbert Blair taught us that 30 years ago. You are correct. And so, this thing that they're doing is getting me nervous. Like, I'm going to go see The Disclosure because Steven Spielberg is doing it. And he be in on shit. They're going to sell you on somebody is greater than you that really controls this reality. And we all need to unite under one world shit so we can either fight or do something. I ain't buying it. I ain't bought the COVID shit. I ain't buying it. I'm just telling you now, I'm not buying it. And if there is, if our elders decide to come back here, that they could do that in the blink of an eye. Ain't nothing out there, bro. Ain't nothing out there. Have you ever seen anything out there?
No. Me personally,
I'm talking to people in the chat too. Have you seen, now, have you looked up in the sky and seen some aircraft that may have looked strange? Yes. Why are these niggas not here? Talking about what's good. Why not? It's always some weird white people who got a story. They was on a farm and shit, and the lights came at night. That's your government. Come in, scoop your ass up, you fuck you up, put some shit in your subconscious mind, send your ass back home. And you be like, yo, aliens is real. Because they gonna pull that card soon, but it's gonna be to unite everything and everybody. This is, I can't read that. That's a lot of shit there. It says, thank you, Brother Dot, for this awesome autograph books. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, I'm of the mindset, Malcolm, ain't none of that shit real. Ain't none of that shit real.
Okay. All right.
This is the question, and I don't want to get off topic, but you can throw it into the topic. We speak a lot about calling on our ancestors, right? Yeah, pour a little libation, right?
Okay.
But if, let's say my mom's who passed away 30 years ago, let's say when she left the body, she went toward the light, right? And the light pinged her ass back down here into the body of a small child. When I call on my ancestors for magic from that realm, where the fuck are they? If they back in bodies here on Earth? I think that's a good question.
It is.
I want you to I'm going to say it again. We speak about, without doubt, that when our ancestors passed, that they are now a part of the energy eco field that exists everywhere. And that when we call their names, that, you know, they are working for us on the other side, right?
Okay.
However, in the same breath, we are now saying if they go toward the light, that's the light you see in the goddamn hospital room when the baby come out and they smack him on his ass and he ain't got his memory no more and he back down here. How can my mother, who's now in the body of a 12-year-old white boy, help me. If I do the magic to call on him.
What you just did was you just conflated two schools of thought and you just mashed them up into one, because that's the to the light thing isn't always reincarnation. That could be heaven. That could be the other side of that. That's all. Whatever you want to call it, but you just kind of smashed two things together and tried to make sense of it. I'm not buying it. You either I don't know if it's either one or the other. It could be another.
Said I have a problem doing that. He said I move reality around to fit my thesis.
Yeah.
He said you can't just move reality around. You can't tell me, goddamn, Josh Hart is 6'9". He's 6'3", goddamn it. You know, because I'll be saying that because Josh 9 at 6'9" could hold. He'd be like, Dad, you just making shit up. No, but listen, it's a legitimate question though.
Well, no, that's why.
Let's remove the light stuff. If you believe in reincarnation, how do you access the energy of those ancestors who are back here on Earth, who are trapped in the same prison you are?
That's a great question.
That's all I'm asking. I just use the light because you know, New Age people are speaking about, and my elders taught me don't go toward the light, Malcolm. All of them. They said, do not go. They said, you're going to hear and see voices that are familiar with you, that look like your elders saying, come on, your ancestors, come, and your ass will be back down here, goo gaga and shitting on yourself with no memory that you even existed. They said that's how the reptilians or the Greys refurnish souls so that you come back as many times as they need you to come back to harness for energy. Just a question. Just a question.
Somebody said a glass of water in the candle. Yes. Also, shout out to Brother Obar Blue Pill for the breakdown they did. It was really dope. Obar has a great way of just telling stories.
His storytelling is top notch. And for those who may not understand complex things, he has a unique way of putting you in a story that you can relate to, because that's the way our elders taught. I remember Dr. Oyibo, Gabriel Oyibo, who he finished Einstein's theory. Einstein had a theory of relativity. He has the theorem. Theorem means he's factual. But the way he said his elders would teach him about anything is when he wanted to learn, they would take him for a walk and just start talking about nature and life and all. And he would get the stories in that once he meditated on the stories themselves, right? And so shout out. That's a good question for Obar. I'll ask Obar that. You know,
great question. Chanel actually even said something. She said it's fragments of. Hold on. Damn, I missed her. She said it's fragments of spirit. Not all is passed on from loved ones, our ancestors, and ancestors go for generations, not just grandma and great grandma. She's right.
Okay,
in your face, Dad.
Okay,
but
I think I got a legitimate question.
Always interesting because, again, there's so many different schools of thought. There's so many different things. And a lot of human beings, we make things fit to make us feel comfortable. That's what religion really
That's
is.
That's exactly
right?
what it is.
Right? Like, so if we want to feel like our loved one is on the other side helping us, we feel like we have a new baby, we say like this baby reminds me of so to make us feel better. It's just one of those things.
But at the end of the day, one of the 7 hermetic principles, all is mental. And so if it works for you, allow it to work for you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's why I don't get into people's entrenched core beliefs of what makes their life, because it has no bearing on mine. I don't all think we're going to the same place or doing the same things. or here to learn what lessons? I'm here to learn the lessons that I'm here to learn, right? You're here to learn lessons based on your series of experiences up until this point in your life. Has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I see people, when you can kind of see the comfort on their face if they in church or something. You ever just be at a church service for, it wasn't for you. You probably had to do something, and you can just kind of like look around and just see the comfort and the stillness in certain people when they're getting a message that probably means nothing to you, but it means everything to them.
Yes,
it's actually poetic in a sense.
It is because based on where they are, where they're resonating, this works for them. And I used to think, because I helped write the Hotep handbook, nigga. And in the pages, we got to go stomp people's religion out. We got to go stomp on their heads, man, and get them to follow us. That's called ego. You know what I mean? You learning something why you don't know that the black man is God, and you running around with this white devil, and why should I give a shit what you are into, right? So once the ego subsides and you begin to get into the understanding of life itself, you leave people alone and you work on where you are so that you can get a greater understanding of where you are. You know what I mean?
Facts.
We are all knuckle draggers to somebody. I don't
Absolutely.
care how much you know. We are all knuckle draggers to somebody. Yep.
All right. Let's get some more stuff in.
You are tuned into the sounds of
Nick's
Urban
put that
X.
work in. Nick's put that work in.
Guys, did you hear about the most gangster dictatorship authoritarianism thing that happened this week with Trump and the IRS?
No, what'd he say?
So he sued the IRS because apparently they leaked his tax returns in 2016? It was 2019. I think it was 2019. They leaked his tax returns. He sued them for $10 billion, right? And now he settled to the point now they've agreed to never audit him or anybody in his family for the rest of their lives.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's insane.
That's what I'm talking about.
Insane.
Not me,
insane,
my family,
bro.
nobody.
Like, literally, that's probably why he ran again.
Might have been.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably why he ran again. Like, I need to get this IRS off my back.
They've been trying
forever.
No, they are trying to get rid of the IRS and the Federal
Reserve.
These are systems that have crippled America. You know what I mean? IRS will freeze your account if you for $800. You be like, yo, what the fuck? $800.
They're trying to take passports.
Niggas
Remember?
like,
They're trying to take passports.
We want to run up on you. Dude, get rid of all that. Shout out to Jeff Bezos, who at least came up with a brilliant idea. Half of Americans around the country should no longer pay federal tax.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
I hit the wrong button, but you know what I mean.
You did hit the wrong button, but it's okay. It's okay. I felt what you were
Because
saying.
what he's saying is a nurse that makes $75,000, why does she have to pay $1,000 a month in federal taxes when 50% of the population will only account for 3% of the federal tax? I'm going to say that again.
Wow.
The lowest 50%, that's probably $100,000 down. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Make up only 3% of the federal tax. So it's not, he said we should be able to find 3% somewhere else. And so think about you if you work in your job and that $800 keep coming out a month, a paycheck, and you're like, you know what you can do with that $800? You know what you could do with $1,000 a month extra?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a nurse or a doctor or bus operator, whatever it is you do. So
So
I thought
somebody-
that was cool.
I saw that, right? Somebody, their theory was, got to make everything, morbid. But they said that the reason why he's saying that is because it gives the lower half more spending ability for Amazon packages.
Hold on. That's funny shit.
Yeah.
But it's true. Same thing
Yeah.
you said about reparations. Everybody gonna eat off the reparations check. That's just them feeding money into the economy. Miss
Right.
me with all that. I'm gonna start a business because I've been watching Earn Your Leisure for the last 7 months. And when I get my check, miss me with all that. We're all in debt, right? And we all want to live up on the hog a little bit. Give me $5 million. Shit.
Yeah.
Invest in what, nigga? All the investment is done. Shit, it's time to live. God damn it. It's time to live. I can't even put my cigar out on you because you can put your cigar out on me.
Yeah.
We'd be blowing ashes in each other's face. When everybody has money, nobody has money.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's an interesting thing. And miss me because you don't know what you would do until you got that money in your hand. You can have a game plan, like, because, I'm going to invest in stock. I'm going to get my, but did that check hit the table? Like, it's all there. The whole, all five. Can you please, representative, can you please tell me what's in my account? No, the automated lady told me, I just want to make sure that, yes, sir, Mr. Bowser, you have $5 million in your account. Okay, thank you. I'll be down in a minute. I'm withdrawing all my shit. I don't trust banks. I'm coming there. I'm withdrawing my $5 million and shit.
Under the mattress?
Under the mattress shit, nigga. Get in my car. Get home. And just be counting my shit.
He said I'm withdrawing everything.
I'm
I'm withdrawing it all.
But like, the dad, it's all there. No, count on the gun. Count on the gun.
Yeah.
The counter's off. 1, 2, Mama, Dad, you got your 5? Shit, I'm counting my shit up. Yeah.
That's funny.
We'll talk.
You see, Meta, Facebook, they laid off 8,000 workers.
8,000 workers?
8,000.
What are they doing over there at Meta?
So it's them. It's another company. It's a few companies that, again, we've been talking about that as well. Here, they've been, a lot of these tech companies during the COVID years, they expanded a lot. They did a lot of hiring, and then now you're just kind of seeing the wash. I think what I've grown to think now, I think AI is just a scapegoat of what they were already planning to do.
Probably so.
Right? So I think they're going, well, we got AI. Yeah, we got AI to do these jobs, because there've been a few different studies done that show that AI doesn't really make the job more proficient or efficient anyway. Like, cause it's not there yet to replace 8,000 people. Not yet.
Not yet.
You get what I'm saying? So they were going to do this anyway. They are absolutely. And I've been looking at, because people when it comes to these AI companies, people were looking at ChatGPT and how they were working with Pentagon as evil and stuff like that. Anthropic, who has Claude, their ability to roll out new features, it feels like every 2 weeks, that are wiping industries out. Like every time they roll out a new industry, I see like 4 different startups that was their thing, that Claude is just $20 a month and it's just doing it now.
Yep. And like you said, this is going to eat itself.
Damn.
This is going to eat itself at some point from the inside out. Sort of like the way the music industry, that streaming and all of that, they just killed everything. Everything is done.
Yeah.
Great opportunity for independent artists to create full platforms now. You got to create vertical platforms. Can't just put out music. You got to put out music.
Yeah.
You got to tell stories. You got to be connected with a fan base. You got to have merch. You got to kind of fully vertical your music now, because they don't just want to hear your music. They want to know about you.
Yeah, it's gonna be artists gonna have to stream. They're gonna have to have their own merch. They're gonna have to have they're gonna have to vlog. Like they're gonna have to be an all encompassing. Like I just don't want to hear you're 16 rapper.
Right.
You're 16 in the chorus and another 16 in a chorus. That is Stone Age.
And that's lazy.
Yeah.
In this content rich environment, that's called lazy.
Yeah.
You just put the song out and expect people to buy it. Don't know you, don't know nothing about you. Haven't created an algorithm about who you are and what you do.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Absolutely.
Let's get to some more stuff.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
Yeah, I forgot during the Byron Allen thing, he was like, I'm gonna give you $100 million. I'm gonna give you 20 in cash, and then I'm gonna give you a promissory note for the other 100 at 5%. I was just like, he said that like with 3 different deals. Like he just kept throwing like $100 million, like it was $20. Like that's how he was talking. It was.
And that's the level of, that people who understand money, and how deals are made, And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the first thing about how that level of deal is made, so I'm just gonna go to the bank and get my $5 million. At least it's with me, and it's safe with me.
Yeah.
I don't want the bank taking a percentage. Well, to administer your motherfucker. I got all my money with me.
Yeah, it says 5 in there, right? I need the whole thing.
I need the entire thing.
I need the whole thing. Take it all.
All of it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Let's get to some more stuff, man.
Let's do it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So I've been seeing a lot of videos lately of sinkholes in New York City. Have you been seeing these things?
Yo, first of all, there was a crazy flood yesterday in New York. After the temperatures reached high 90s, flash floods came out and flooded New York City like in 2 hours. You know what I mean? And as a result, we're seeing these huge sinkholes. Mm-hmm. Now, either that or the reptilians, Malcolm, are making their way up top now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And these are the signs, because if aliens start popping out of them holes, whoa. I
saw a girl getting off the bus and like the flood like carried her away.
Oh, just carried her away.
If that flood would have touched me, y'all can take me. Y'all can kill me.
Yeah, that flood was nasty.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, that was crazy. And again, like you said, it was 99 degrees the first 3 days of the week. Yeah. And then yesterday, crazy, because I'm in Delaware. It didn't flood, but it rained really hard. So when I saw the videos, I was like, God.
I would have stayed on the bus.
Yeah.
I've had people spend the night on the bus with me. Storm of 96 or 97. I was trying to make a turn and the bus got stuck, me and 2 buses. And it was a bodega open and people stayed on that bus from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. And the bus got 4 days worth of fuel in it. So we kept the bus running. We was getting hot cocoa and shit, talking shit. And my overtime was crazy. But yeah, people said, where the hell am I going? The snow was up to here.
Yeah.
Where the fuck am I going?
That's crazy.
Yep.
He said overtime was crazy.
I was on the B46, in case anybody from New York City and Brooklyn transit people listening. Yeah, I was on the B46.
I know that line.
Yep.
All right, let's get to some more stuff. Yo, did you see Daz Dillinger? He said he is printing burning his own copies of The Chronic signing them and selling them like hand to hand to people because he said he was on all over that album, produced a bunch of songs, and never got paid over 30 something years. Never got paid, and he don't care if they try to sue him because he gonna counter sue him. And what you think?
Well,
What you think about that?
If he said he was all over that album, he was all over that album. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre has become this mythical producer who people think produces everything on his own. And no, it's people, working with them beats, just like ghostwriters, there's ghost producers.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Who make hot beats, and Dre come in and go, I'm gonna add this. Boom, that. Take out your hi-hat, put my hi-hat in, show me at the board, mixing the song, and it's produced by Dr. Dre. Come on. The fuck? That's you don't think P. Diddy produced any songs to you?
Yo, listen, I'm embarrassed to say, but when I was little, I asked the question. I don't know who I asked it to. You, my mother. I said, what does he do? And somebody told me he's a producer. So for years, for a long time, longer than I like to admit, I thought he was a beat maker. I swear I did.
Now,
and then I got older. I was like, okay.
Technically, for all the musicologists in the house, he is a producer, meaning a producer, he can put you over here, give me drums. Like Quincy is not playing all of those instruments. Quincy can play all of those instruments, right? But he produces Thriller by bringing the right people together, telling you what he wants. So in that sense, Diddy was a curator / producer. But he wasn't on the machine, clocking them out and making sure bass lines. He ain't do none of that shit, right?
Yeah.
But he was technically a producer.
Somebody said DJ Quick was on a lot of the Chronic as well.
And Dre
Quick was nasty. He can rap too.
The credit for it. Yeah. And I guess Daz is like, yo, enough is enough, bro. 30 years worth of royalties.
Yeah, Daz made Ambitions of a Rider. He should never be broke.
Yeah.
That is one of the greatest beats I've ever heard. He should never be broke.
Well, he didn't say he was broke, but you owe me money. I mean, to sustain a certain lifestyle, I need all my money coming in. People got mad at P. Rock. He sued Nas for New York State of Mind or whatever. He's like, yo, what's good? I didn't get my money.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yo, guys, did you hear about broke my heart? Did you hear about that kid, autistic kid, whose mom, she put a camera in his hair?
I did.
Because they were calling her and saying he was misbehaving at school. And essentially she didn't believe what was happening. So she put a camera in his hair, heard them abusing him, heard them cursing at him, heard them calling all types of stuff. And
it's a parent's worst nightmare. Especially a parent with an autistic child who can't explain what's going on. And you can't be with your child all the time and you hope that they're in great hands. I tell people all the time, if you don't like what you do, and that goes for the nursing homes, all the way down the line, if you don't like what you do, you got to get out of those fields. Those are love-based service to others type fields where people are looking for the best interest. The people who are just taking this for a job and saying slick shit, that'll break a mom's heart to hear for herself how they really feel about her child. You know what I mean? So,
guys, I'm letting you guys know here. There is video proof here with you guys and me. If I ever,
say less, because I already, and it won't just be you. It won't just be you. We are hands-on type family.
Yeah. Hands and feet.
Yeah, remember you came home from camp one time and you told me
Yeah.
this one dude was getting, weird and gave you a wedgie or something. I
No,
ain't play that shit.
tell that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Am I adding
Jesus.
parts to the
Yeah,
story
yeah,
to support
okay,
my
yeah,
narrative of why I was
let
going to
me-
kill him?
Tell what happened. Okay? I went to a camp that Marcus used to go to. Marcus was then a counselor by the time I was a camper. And then this was the first year that Marcus was not a counselor or camper. He didn't go. I went. There was a counselor there who was Marcus's age. And every year that I went before, I got love because I was Marcus' little brother. Got love.
Oh, okay.
Except this year, because this dude didn't like Marcus and he happened to be my counselor. So he mistreated me. Yes, he mistreated me. Not physically or anything like that. He was just weird. And then I came home when I got the bus, told my mom. My mom called you. You and Marcus got down there, and then that's what happened.
Yeah, we got down there in such a... All I heard was, Malcom, blah, 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 blah. And I ran up on it, and let me tell you something. It took everything in my power not to lay him out just on principle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I looked around, I saw 2 or 3 white people standing next to him like they're supervisors, and they would have saw an angry black man jumping on teen supervisor and killing him or something. Yeah. I wouldn't have had a chance. But I didn't hear, they might as well have been talking in goddamn Charlie Brown language to me. So I understand fully. If I hear anything, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
yeah, he be remixing stories. He just like, what?
Yeah, well, I hear, especially at this age, in order for me to win arguments and debates with Eli, because he's so goddamn sharp and doing his research, I have to create narratives that are not really there.
Yeah, you're just trying to confuse
my
him.
Story, Yeah.
Just trying to confuse poor Eli. He know what he's talking about, though.
He does. That he does.
Yo, did you guys see they are putting out a new Michael Jackson documentary on the court cases?
Why are they doing that?
Because the movie getting too much love.
The movie getting too much love. He wasn't charged. People forget he beat all of them charges. The FBI was studying him for 10 years and found absolutely nothing. But the narrative remained. And that's how they weakened his... We just saw that happen again. Someone is accusing someone of being a pedophile to reduce the value of their catalog. I wonder who it is. Yeah. Right?
And he wore a glove on his album too.
Wore a glove. And for me, everybody tried to say that was the white supremacist. I didn't see 3 fingers. I saw 2. Right? Don't do what I just did and add some shit to the narrative. Bring up the album cover. My Mama Doc got it somewhere. Bring that shit up.
Which one?
The glove. The Michael Jackson glove.
Iceman
cover. Shit. Tell me what you see. Not what you think is there. Tell me what you see. Right? I saw a white bunny, which immediately made me think of what Morpheus told Neo. If you want to escape the Matrix, follow the white. I don't see 3 fingers there, Malcolm.
Yeah.
I see the O and I see 2 fingers. Could there be a 3rd finger back there? Yeah. Could that be the OK symbol? Yeah. Could that be the 6? Because he's from the 6? I don't know. I'm just telling you what I see. I see a white rabbit. And how deep does the rabbit hole go? That's what I see. I'm not going to speculate and say, behind, if you really look at, no. What do you see? You see 2 fingers.
Yeah.
And the O sound, not 3. 2 fingers that could represent ears. And if you shadow this shit, you clearly see a bunny. Now I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
But somebody went to the Super Bowl. Somebody won 5 Grammys for calling somebody a pedophile. And they did that to Michael Jackson, who he is going to surpass. He's nowhere on Michael's level, but the way this streaming shit goes and this and that, that's why this streaming shit killed everything, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can create your numbers, take away numbers. These numbers ain't real. It's all fake. But that's what they used to take down Mike. Whitney helped take down herself by being with Bobby Brown, and being openly drugs. They're now saying Prince was drugged from somebody inside of his camp. And all of them will leave bottles around his house because he was dealing with pain. Somebody placed fentanyl in that shit. That's what they're saying. So, anywho, Malcolm, I think that makes for a great show. Oh, I do want to talk about the 75-year-old lady who went to Horton's, that restaurant. It's a restaurant. And
it's in Toronto, right?
Yeah. And
that's like Toronto's Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, she got into a tussle over a wrong order, and I believe she put her finger in the face. The manager stepped between her and the person 17-year-old girl she was arguing with, and I think she either punched the manager, pushed the manager. He came from behind the ropes, put the beats on her, and she died.
The manager?
That 75-year-old lady died. The 21-year-old manager jumped on her, beat her, and she succumbed to her injuries. And then I think they spit on her some shit or just something very, very foul. Man. Tim Hortons, yeah. Thank you. And so, let's keep an eye on that because they're going to try to say this 75-year-old lady who pointed her finger in this guy's face or whatever. But you got to read your room, King. You got to.
Yeah, and so I've been learning a lot about self-defense for reasons, right? And you can't, and even the Chud the builder guy, right? You can't. Somebody can't punch you in the face and then you take out a gun and kill them, right? Because the response isn't like reasonable. If that it has to be like, right? So if you're a guy,
they got to be stomping you out, and you have no other choice and recourse but to pull your weapon.
Right. Even as the dude, as the manager beating up on this old woman, there's a 75-year-old woman. You're a 21-year-old male. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how actually strong. That is not reasonable. That makes no sense.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I hope they give him whatever he deserves because that is crazy.
And condolences to our family.
Oh, it happened in Indiana. Okay. Thank you.
Indiana. Okay. All right.
Because I know Tim Hortons. I know it's a bunch of those in Toronto.
Yeah, it's a main staple in Toronto.
Yeah.
But it's probably also on the West or Midwest, whatever you want to call it.
All right, guys. Well, this was a great show. It's been a great show. Don't forget, guys, soon, 2 times a week, get your membership.
Not this Monday coming, because it's a holiday. The Monday after. So get your membership. Happy Memorial Day to the veterans, who served in our country. We appreciate you. We love you. We respect you. And the weather's going to be bad up here. But I hope the weather's great where you are. And we will see you Thursday. Oh, we'll see you Sunday for the morning meetup. We'll be in the morning meetup. Peace.
All right. Peace.